I'm going to click on Washington Street. Here I've got a lot of information. Now this is called the listings details page. The search results for the listings results page. This is the listings details page. On the listings details page, you've got the address, you've got a pin button which maps the property. You've got a walk score link that'll give you the walk, if you're familiar with the website walk score. Status, it's on market. Source, it's internal. It was a house, we knew that. Listing agent, and then you got a link to in order to update if there was something you needed to change here. Since there actually was something interesting we should change here in this particular listing. I mentioned before why we don't search by neighborhoods. Well, here was a good example. This was listed in Boston. It really should be listed as Boston Theater District. I guess we'll do Theater District in this case. Some people like to put it as Back Bay. It's a little misleading, Back Bay, for that particular location, but that's something you'll learn more about. So in this case, I'm going to put it as Theater District. You can see in here, no undergrads permitted, showing instructions, so you can make all the changes you need here, save. But what you really are interested in doing is seeing what the details of the property are, especially as you're starting out. You'll see you've got a public URL to a speed hatch listing page. If we were to click that, that'll take us to the listing on our speed hatch page. And we want to talk about how to set up speed hatch listings in the future in another video. So you definitely want to set this up for yourself. You can see the amount of the rent, the date available, the fee paid by the landlord, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, pet policy. If the rent includes anything, is there parking available? An important one is students, especially with the number of students who look in the city. You're definitely bound to work with undergrads. You need to be aware that sometimes undergrads are not allowed in the buildings. These could be HOA policies. It could be owner policies, landlord policies. That's one of the big qualifying questions you always want to check into. You can see here, although there's no information, there's also something called the key/entry info. That's usually where you're going to find out how to get into the unit. However, not all the time. Sometimes you'll see under tenant/showing instructions. You'll look under the showing instructions to figure out how to gain entry into the property. Either way, it'll be almost always be one of these two fields, which will tell you how to get in and how to show the property. That's really the most important thing. Once you've qualified this property and verified it, it makes sense. We've got moving costs, which are sometimes filled in, although not too often. You've got the landlord information. You'll see the name of the landlord is in blue, and that allows you to actually link to the landlord's page, which we can open here. Under the landlord's page, we'll jump off that the listings detail page for just a moment. You'll see a lot of the information for the landlord. Most importantly, you'll see on the right, documents. This is a great place to find any information that's provided by the landlord, such as if there was a listing sheet that they, in a situation where YouGot Listings is updating the information through the data entry network, or through the data entry service, the listing sheet that they use to update the listing is going to be posted here. A lot of times you can find the owner's applications, leases, whatever the case is, but you can find all sorts of good information. Quite often, if you're looking for policies or procedures for an owner, this is where you're going to find it. We jump back to the listings detail page. We continue down, you'll see there's a default ad, title, and description. This is where you can find, if someone's written an ad for this is a place where you can find the write-up for the property. Remember, this information, the title, ad, title, and description is publicly viewable information. So you don't want to make notes or internal information there. Internal notes go under internal notes. These are shared amongst the office. So everyone in the office will see the notes you put in here. Under broker notes, you'll find the policies that the owner has written out for you. So in other words, in this case, we've updated these notes. So you can see there's unit notes that are shared just for the units, the landlord notes. These are shared for every unit that the landlord manages. In this case, it's a Signer apartment. So we've updated this to put in some specific just for this listing. However, under landlord notes, we have some more general landlord terms and procedures for you. So between the broker notes, the internal notes, and by clicking on the landlord's name and looking at any documents they might have uploaded, that's going to be where you're going to research information about the landlord and the listing. So that's your main resource. On the right column, you'll see there's some unit features and tags that you can add in. These can be helpful if you're trying to get a better sense of the property.